Well. It's currently March 19th, 2025. And yesterday was my birthday. I turned 41 years old. And I quit smoking a long time ago. Chantix absolutely worked for me. I took it for, I think it's like 4 or 5 months. Yeah. I'd have to really sit down and think about the math, but yeah, it worked for me. I still have a lot of videos. I have videos from beginning to end of my journey, my experience with Chantix. And in the video series, I said that one of the most helpful things that I could do while I was trying to quit smoking was record a daily journal or every few days check-in, and being able to watch that back put a lot of things in perspective. It really put an emphasis on the negatives of smoking and the positives of smoking, and my reasons why I wanted to quit smoking, etc., so on. So I mean, it was super helpful. It was super helpful at the time, but when it came to wanting to share that shit with you guys, I found it to be crazy triggering and just kind of hard to do, hard to watch back. And I still have all those videos, and maybe one day I'll just sit down and actually pull the trigger and do it. But yeah, so I haven't smoked since August 7th, and I'll tell you kind of what I did there. I cut my Chantix in half, and then I cut my cigarettes in half, and then I cut my Chantix in half. So I weaned off of both Chantix and cigarettes, and I think I went on a road trip, and I didn't quit Chantix for almost 2 months after I quit smoking. So August, let me rewind here, see if I can get my timelines right. August 7th, I got on an airplane and I threw my last 4 or 5 cigarettes. I threw them out, and I had a weird fucking flight. It was just it was gross. It was a red eye flight. And I couldn't smoke for the whole flight, and it was super long with a layover and everything, and it was that's a perfect opportunity for me to just go ahead and stop, because the Chantix had already been working anyway, helping with the cravings and such. And the funny thing is, Chantix made me feel like shit, and I mean death. It made me feel like death. But the second I quit smoking, it went away. And Chantix didn't make me feel like shit anymore. So for the following 3 months after August 9th or August 7th, when I quit, was I continued the Chantix, and then I cut it down every 2 weeks. So I went from my full dose to half of a dose to a quarter of a dose to an eighth of a dose, and then I took an eighth of a dose every other day for a week, and then I just stopped. And I'm gonna lie to you, man, I wasn't ready for the side effects of quitting. Quitting Chantix was harder than quitting smoking, and it triggered something in my brain, and I'm talking the meanest, nastiest suicidal thoughts you'd ever think of. And this is coming from somebody who's strong-willed in that department. I was not expecting that. Yeah, I was not expecting that, but that's what came. And I also experienced some massive dizziness, vertigo. I'm talking Myrtle Beach drunk, fucking spinning. And it was happening when I was laying down. Now, here's where I stand now. I haven't smoked since, and I'm not on Chantix anymore. I take the blood pressure medication still. I am fucking ill. I am super, super ill, and I don't know what it is. Nobody knows what it is. I've got, if you looked up costochondritis, that's what it feels like I have. Just massive fucking pain in my chest all the time. And if it was costochondritis, I could take some ibuprofen and do a little bit of exercise and stuff and probably mitigate it. The problem is that it also comes with nausea and vertigo, and those two things maybe fit, maybe don't fit. But I've been to the doctor for like a year and a half now. I've been going to this fucking doctor, and they don't know what's wrong. They've poked me, they've prodded me. I'm $40,000 in medical debt at this point. I started with no insurance, and you know, I had to get insurance, and I'm still fucking $40,000. They stuck a tube down my throat, you know, with the cameras on it, endoscopy. That cost me $11,000, and they demanded half of it up front. You know, so I had to put that off. You know, and this whole time I'm sitting here like scared. I'm worried that there's something wrong with my body, and my doctor, who don't have much confidence in at this point, and my doctor doesn't know what's wrong. He literally has resorted to, I don't know, literal, verbatim is what he said. I can't say what is causing your pain. I have no idea what's causing your pain, what's causing your symptoms. I'm going to refer you to a pain management specialist. That's it. Nothing else. He tried to send me to a GI doctor. So he sent me to get an endoscopy, which, you know, they stick the tube down your throat. So they look at the contents of your stomach, and they take like a little biopsy of what's down in there, and they test that and rule out a bunch of things. But he sent me to do that before he sent me to a GI specialist. So he's trying to sit here and say, well, I still want you to see the GI specialist. And I mean, I get it. There's probably some things that the GI specialist could tell me that my primary guy can't. But my first question for the GI doctor when I do see him is going to be, well, wait a minute. You've already gone to the extreme and stuck a tube down my throat and not found anything. Why am I sitting here wasting money with you? Or is it just because it's protocol? You know, like how can you help me? And I just feel like nobody's holding these doctors accountable, man. You know, fuck. My primary care guy, the first thing he did was try to sell me erectile dysfunction pills. And I'm like, bitch, please. The fucking wind blows wrong and I'm ready to go. It's more of a hindrance. You should be selling me the opposite, you know? Impotency pills. Do they make those? I'm sure they do. Anyway, I'm ill, man. I'm sick. And I'm very worried that it could be something that was easy to fix, but because of various things, we're not going to figure out what it is, and by the time we do, it's going to be something potentially fatal, or something that's going to cost me thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to fix. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Anyway, I am still here, and if you are trying to quit smoking, it's a motherfucker, dude. But I guess my best advice is some advice that was given to me that I hated to hear, but it was true. It's hard to fucking smoke if you don't have any cigarettes. Guy's got a little dick. You can hear it through his exhaust. Anyway, listen. Smoking and stuff, Chantix absolutely worked. There's a part of me right now that's like, I've quit smoking. I've also quit drinking. So I quit smoking. I quit drinking. I quit carbs. So I'm on like basically not carnivore, meat and vegetables. That's it. Yeah, protein and vegetables. So I'm on no carb. I've also quit coffee. And my blood work is immaculate. My endoscopy is clear. My CT scans are clear. I am 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, and I can't remember what they're called. They're burpees. And then 100 burpees day 1, day 2, day 3. So I alternate. And so arm day, leg day, ab day, etc. And I work out every day. I'm like 1% body fat. I'm pretty toned. I'm extremely healthy according to all my tests. But I feel like death. Anyway, this is probably kind of long, but I appreciate y'all. Hopefully my videos help. Cheers.